Hi everyone, welcome to another craft with me video. I have been looking for things to be able to do um, when I come home from work. I am entering my busiest season, so I have been really attacking my scraps, and I decided to do another version of the charms, the journal charms that I did. Using your spare bits of cardboard. Of course, I don't have one here, um, but I did create these, and these are all out of paper, cardstock, and book pages. So you can decorate them elaborately as that with some chain and charms, not charms, beads. Right, I added an eyelet, I inked it all up, but I do have some charms in here. So I have a key, and I have a teacup with a clasp clip. Or you can simply just do it, add an eyelet and add a bow pin, and then attach it to your tassel. Or you can jazz it up a bit, add some of these really small crystal beads, and then the eyelet, and ink it up. And here's another version of that, just plain without any inking. So I did that one with file folder. This one I thought I can hang off of something. This one's just a little thinner. It's 2 layers of file folder, made that. This was cardstock, 4 layers. I think this one was 4 layers. This one was 4 layers, so you can see how thick they are. And then I decided to do some with book pages. So this one, I punched a hole. I didn't add the eyelet yet. This was an offcut of a digital kit, and they are front and back. But this is about, because book page is very thin, so I want to say 12, but I'll show you how I do it. I know it sounds excessive. Here's another one. That one I inked the edges and left it in book form. This one I inked it in a different color. Then I went into pattern paper, so you can see how the inking changes the look of. Here is another one. This one's inked, this one's not. This one's a heart. Here are these inked. Here are these, one inked, one not. You can tell how it changes. So I just had a play, and I just grabbed put my hand in the scrap box and just pulled out a bunch of scraps. So I have these that I love to leave blank, because I can add a little stamp, I can add a number, I can add whatever I want to, then punch it, then finish it. I did decorate a few like that just for you to see, but for the most part, when I do this for myself, I leave them like this. I leave them blank. These are book pages, some with text, some without. Here's the heart, and here's a heart book page. I usually leave them just like this, so as I'm working through my project and I have scrap bits of paper, now I can take this and connect it to whatever digital kit I'm using or pattern paper that I'm using. So those are that, and they're really, really easy to make. I don't have a whole lot of punches. I don't have room for a lot of punches. So these are the ones that I pulled out. Absolutely love this. This is very easy on the hands, so is this. This after a while can be a little tiring. Sorry, Fiskers. But if you have stars, if you have oval shapes, even a flower design, any of your punches will work for this. This is a great scrap buster. This is the bin that I usually, carry around with me when I'm working in front of the TV. These are some glued book pages that I already had prepped. And what I do is I glue three pages together. And I'll show you. Book page is very, very thin. So it doesn't hold as well until you layer. So you see, this is three. It's not going to hold too well. But when you start layering it up, you can layer it as much as you want or as little as you want. I like it nice and sturdy. So I layer three sets, right? Four of these. If I can grab one. Four of these of each punch, whatever style you have. And then I glue the four together so it'll really make it nice and solid. But I only do that for book pages. For cardstock, and this is me, I just grabbed a whole bunch of, offcuts of cardstock. But these seem a little very niche. That's why I didn't cut into those. Same with that one. Same with this one. Same with that one. This one I cut into because that's very generic for me. The lines I might cut into. These I wanted a fussy cut. This one seemed very pastel-y, so I didn't cut into that. I think I did no, I didn't cut into that one. This one I thought can be a nice little card to add into a journal, so I didn't cut into it. And then these are colors that I don't really play around too much with, so that's why those are there. I grab a ton of glue sticks, right? As many as I can fit in there. And then I start the mass make. So I'll rip out a bunch of pages, right? After I glue them. So that I want it for something else. But usually I take my book and then I'll come out and glue. Press it really well, come back and glue again, press it really well, and then I'll rip that set of 3 pages that I just glued together and rip it right out of the book. Put it aside to dry. These are all dried. It's a smaller book, really hard to make outside of envelopes. It's just a very small size. So these are all glued. This is what I'm gonna work with. I'm gonna move this off to the side. And you can see I just have a go and I just start to punch away. Just punch away. I like to see where my image is, so I bring it to myself and then I just bring it into my hand, right? Usually I'll do the same for all of them, per page. But for today's video, I'll just bring it this way. That's 4. And then we could do the same thing with the heart. Now the heart gets a little tricky because if I want to use it as a regular with book page font, I would prefer the text to be the right way, reading from the top of the heart back down to the bottom. That's the only thing with the heart. That's where I get very, very picky. You see, like these are upside down. I wouldn't want to use that, but I'll use it where the blank side. So that's why I punched it that way. And then once you punch as much as you want to punch, this is where you decide, do you want blanks? Do you want a few blanks? Do you want them all with text? And then I'll scan the text to make sure there's nothing inappropriate. So I don't offend anyone. And then the ones in the middle, doesn't matter whether the text is facing the right way. What matters is the front and the back. So once I put 3 down, this is where I look, orient myself, and then make sure that the last layer that I'm going to put on matches the orientation of the back. So now that text is reading that way and that text is reading in the same direction. And then I give it a good press just to make sure it gets to all the edges. And then there you have it. I usually will sit there and mass make. I'll punch out a bunch, and then when I get tired of punching, then I'll come back and start gluing them together, and then I just continue to repeat the process. If you want to use these to decorate on a cluster, I wouldn't layer them up so thick. But if you want them for charms, which is what I want, or dangles, I want them fairly thick so they can withstand the movement. So there is that one. And then the heart, I think I'm going to have blank because I don't have too many of those. And I can always ink blend it to the color that I want. So these are the ones that are upside down. So we're going to put them inside. I'm going to put this one inside. Now you can go as small as you want. I have carpal tunnel, so I can't go too small. It hurts my thumbs. But you can, and also if you have a small hole punch. So it's as easy as that. And there goes the thickness. So those are the book pages. For cardstock, I have cardstock here. This is 65-pound cardstock. Same thing. I'm gonna do 3 layers just so you can see. Okay, I'm just gonna match that, keep it in position, and then the same on this one. Okay. Okay, so they're even, and then I mush it around a little bit. Yeah, your fingers are gonna get gunky with the glue, but at least you know you got edge to edge coverage. And here we go. And then that's how thick 3 pieces are. Can you see that? Now for you, that might be good enough. It feels sturdy enough. But I normally do 4 because that's my preference if I'm going to use it as a charm. I let these dry very well, and I usually lay them out and put a book on top of them so they can stay flat because paper curls with liquid glue. Yeah, see, to me that has just enough. It makes it thick enough. And it's not adding a lot of bulk, but it does add a little dimension, especially if you're going to use it in a cluster or something else other than a dangle. So now, that's that one. Sorry, looking for my topper. At this stage, while they're drying, okay, it's that one, this one, and this one. Yeah, you can tell when they're wet. At this stage, you can get your, I don't have my small one next to me, so I'll grab the big one. You can get your big bite, or if you have a small hole punch, you can grab that. I have a standard hole punch, which that one is just too big for me. And then this is where you decide where you want your hole. Okay, that one will look like that. The heart, I tossed up a few different ideas as to how I would like my hole to be, and I thought that off to one side would probably be best, like that, and let it dangle sideways. And then this one, probably be best there. There you are. And then the circle. And there you have it. Just another variation on journal charms. And while the cardboard is really, really cute and very pretty, and I absolutely love it, these come together really, really fast using your punches. I found that I don't use my hand punches very often, and this allows me to be able to use them to mass make generic items that I can tailor to whatever project that I'm working on with the scraps that are left over. So I think they're really cute. I think they're really pretty. And they look really sweet when you decorate them. So here I even dangled a little love charm behind the eyelet, keys. I did some beading and added it onto the clasp clip, and I think they really come out cute. These can hang off the side on a tab, you know, wherever you want. This can be on a cluster. And if you really have some very pretty hand punches, the possibilities are endless on the different looks that you can achieve. Whether you like to ink, which is totally your choice, or not to ink. I try to have at least a project or a scrap buster for whatever little bits that I have left from any of my journals, card making, scrapbooking, something that will be quick and easy and can keep my stash up, which makes it so much easier for me just to go and grab instead of taking a moment to glue the pages to, you know how it goes, guys. All right, let me know what you think of this other version of journal charms. As always, stay blessed, and I'll catch you at the next one. Love to hear your feedback. Bye.